Hi there everyone, Mutilated here. Hardest thing to do today was figure out where to fly. We knew we wanted to fly a Boeing 777, and I do see Dubai slowly coming online, but it's like 10:20 AM over there. I've decided on LA. I'll fly out to Vegas. Not a particularly long flight. Issue is that here in LA it's heading on towards 11 PM, I do believe. It might be that we get ourselves prepared to go and then run out of ATC. But if that is the case, we'll just land in Vegas. It's not too bad because it's like 40-minute flight. With any luck, by that stage we'll be ready to pick up some air traffic control here in the Middle East. So we could end up with 2 flights today. Or we could just get to Vegas in one hit. We'll see how we go. Haven't planned anything, so we're going to go with United Airlines flight number 2420. And I'll just chuck in those details now. 2420. It's the issue with flying without an event scheduled, you just don't know what's going on. So Los Angeles to Las Vegas. This is of course sim brief. Lost to lax to locks. Pick up our Boeing 777W. Just like that. Got to make it like a 45-minute taxi just in case. Got to chuck in a bit of extra bit of fuel. Contingency in minutes. Make it 25 minutes. We need to be in pounds. Hit the generate. See what happens. Hi there, Josh. North of Darwin is on Vatsim. Yeah, I saw that as well. So here we are in Los Angeles. We can see the wonderful Los Angeles scenery back there. This is just the default premium, whatever it is, default Microsoft Flight Sim with the one of the world updates. I'm going to chuck a PDF out there. And we're going to jump on board our aircraft, which is cold and dark. So we've got the EFB, performance tool, and the ground operations. So the ground operations, got the chocks on, don't need any of that other stuff. The ground power is in with dual plugs, so it should be good to connect some ground power. God, the aircraft around us are a bit annoying. Is it because the door's open? Is that what's going on there? Just waiting on the aircraft to boot itself up. Tempted to head over here to grab some of those sounds down. Environment sounds or other aircraft. Something like that. Oh, I see I've just run out of power with my mouse. Environment. Apply. Is that everything I need? Cockpit warming, aircraft MISC. That should be fine. Yes, that's gotten us a little bit quieter. This mouse power won't stay plugged in, so I'm just going to charge it up for, I don't know, 30 seconds. Usually that'll last for a few minutes. Meanwhile, we're probably waiting for the aircraft to boot itself up. Yeah, it was essentially the first go on the triple, at least in this simulator. I did boot it up earlier and get it connected to Hoppy's A-cars, and then I started the engines and shut it back down, but I haven't actually flown the aircraft. Haven't put it in the sky. There we go. Oh, that's all right. We need to kind of not the downloads, the other one. Prefile. Two 2420. Cool, that's us. What's our altitude today? 290. Cool. Yes, I hope that MD will be nice as well. Let's drop in a flight plan, shall we? Oh, I forgot to update the nav data, did I? And let's get the inertials on. For that we need the battery. Battery's in, 80 IU set. Ding ding. KLAX. Television Noidus 1338.
Los Angeles International Airport ATIS information Victor 0553 Zulu. 1210 at 3. Visibility 10. Few clouds 800. Temperature 18. 2.14. Altimeter 2992. Simultaneous ILS approaches in progress runways 24 right and 25, or vector for visual approach will be provided. Runway 24 left 0 SIX are closed. Parallel approaches in progress between Los Angeles and Hawthorne airports. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress runways 24 and 25 notices to air mission. ATEX system in use. Runway 24 left.
Cool. Apparently we aren't actually connected to SimBrief. So I'm just going to see how I can make that be a thing. That's not my actual alias, it's Hopskip. Really? Root files or nothing, is that? D-link's not in, alright. I was hoping to have the ability to just, you know, not have to do this other rigmarole to get that in. But it looks like not doing the thing that I'm about to do isn't the thing, so that I have to do the thing that I'm about to do instead of not doing the thing that I'm about to do. So let's start the process of doing that thing, which I believe is downloading 2 files. Not that one. And then I have to go into community. And PMDG 77W data. No, not data. I thought it was in data. Alrighty, so I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to do that. Cool. In the settings in the FMC, I reckon. Alright, cool. Setup, I'm assuming. I don't imagine that being a thing. Simulation, I want it to be able to upload a flight plan from SimBrief without having to throw files into folders inside my own computer. Because I don't have to find those. I don't exactly know where that is. Make sure SimBrief is loaded. Ah, there you go. That sounds right. Request data from SimBrief. Thanks for that. Good stuff. There we go. Look at that. Select. Thanks, Josh. That's what we're looking for. Nice. Route link, uplink. Load it. See what's there. We can activate it. The massive flight plan of one waypoint there, Mizzen. But of course then we can accept our other data. So am I. Is the entire flight plan in there? Yes. Yes it is. So 0 fuel weight 448 point, we'll call it 5. Goodo. I'm not, that's going to 290. Legs, route data, load it. Meanwhile, I want to have a chat to the tower 12095. Let's get stuff going. Insufficient fuel, hey? How much do I need? How much do I have? Yeah, that's right, we have it in the EFB, so I don't need it over there. The amount of fuel I need is 43.2. Currently have half that. Cool. Fuel. 4, 3, 2, and a bit. And the payload, 0 fuel weight, is 4 something. 448485. Done.
Number 196, 2 Bravo, would you like to park on runway 25 left at Golf with 7,850 remaining?
Negative. We need the Foxtrot for the departure. November 196.
Good.
Thank you for the suggestion.
I'm sorry, say again, I wasn't on line.
Yeah, already put there. Oh, yep. SimBrief ID is also through the pad. So open the pad, you go into electronic flight bag, this little settings thing, and that's your SimBrief alias right there. And your... Oh, I don't have the hoppies. Null, hey? That's not cool. I've got hoppies.
0.4 heavy, Los Angeles Tower, good evening, 12103, what about 24
Where the
right
source
to the
is the sim, let's do it Vatsim. No, just sim. That's cool. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Airspeed unit, yada yada.
45, 27,
Weights
96.
in pounds, cool.
Charlie Tower, runway 24 right, taxi via Echo, Romeo, cross runway 24 left.
So hoppies, can I do a copy paste? That'd be nice.
We put in our FMS 2 for left for the departure.
Yes, I can. Nice. Hoppies
Romeo,
ID
cross
valid.
runway 24
Love
left
it.
for runway 24 right, frontier flight 2796.
We don't need to be an A380, not yet. One of these days we will. Can't wait. That one. We're into Charlie 10. Cool. Sit.
Number 196, Bravo, I have traffic on the 6 mile pound, you ready to go?
Orca 5.
Yeah, we're ready to departure. November 196 Bravo.
196, Bravo, without delay, fly runway heading, wind 2103, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
No delay, 25 left, except for takeoff. November 196 Bravo.
So it's a vector out of Clipper.
Tower United 8100 heavies with you final 2.
What's our top altitude?
United 81 heavy, Los Angeles Tower, good evening. Traffic departure back to arrival, reduce to final approach speed, wind 2103, runway 25 left to the left.
Initial climb level 230. How do we get that into 1,000?
Tower, American 424 heavy, ILS 25 left approach.
American 424 heavy, Los Angeles Tower, your 4.5 trail preceded by heavy 777, caution wake turbulence, wind 2103, runway 25 left to the left.
Cool land 25 left, American 424 heavy.
Right.
Information was Victor, 25 left and 25, I say again, 24 right, 25 left.
Boeing 4 at Zulu cross, runway 24 left, stay parking.
What's our 2992, alright. 18 degrees Celsius. Cool. 2992 is set. It's going to go on to the flight
Tower, November 196 Bravo, airborne.
Let's get the APU going, because I'll need it.
162 Bravo, thank you for your help. Contact the departure. See you later.
Contact departure. Thank you for service. November 196 Bravo.
Now, I'm told that people have been having issues with the pushback on this aircraft. Mostly when your pushback truck is a tow barless truck. Somehow, just with luck, we have a tow bar truck. So I'm going to try it. Worst case scenario, will push us back and onto our tail.
I could barely hear you. Just text the parking via Echo Boeing 4 heavy.
Operate that jetway.
Signs
Signs are on. Just want to check.
Southwest 2969, Los Angeles Tower, push back at your discretion into the ramp, call for taxi, expect 2 for right.
Push back at my discretion, will advise for taxi, Southwest
02, Tester, good to go. Apparently you can open the window as well.
And a 217 heavy.
Using this.
Gate 132, information vector on board, ready for push and start for runway 25.
On upon 217 heavy, Los Angeles Tower, good evening.
Nice,
You're set up for 25 right tonight?
But apparently the clip
that would be
spot
correct,
for that puts the wind. You can throw your iPad kind of at the window that isn't there, but bit of fun.
On upon 217 heavy, pushback on a kilo, face south for 25 right.
So there's your window.
Pushback approve on to kilo. And
sure the other side works as well.
And upon 217 heavy.
United 8100 heavy at Lima. Cross runway 25 right, proceed Bravo City Gate. Have a good day.
Cross 25 right at Lima. Bravo City Gate. See ya. Thanks.
Cool, huh? Okay, just going to turn on the cockpit light a little bit more. And we'll need the parking brake on for departure. Now to turn those parking brakes off, you need to hold down your actual toe brakes on your feet, and that'll disconnect. It does take maybe the entire push and apparently a whole second or two. So there it is, parking brake is set, push your toes down and it'll release. But for now I need that engaged. And keep on doing that over and over and over again like I've been doing right then, and you'll eventually run out of hydraulic pressure until you turn the hydraulics back on, which we're going to do now. Hydraulics are now in. I'm on the APU. I'm going to disconnect the primary, keep all that stuff there like that. Pre-flight is
424 heavy, taxi hotel, Lima, cross 10825 right, Bravo to parking. Have a good day.
Sorry, was that for American 424 heavy?
Yeah, it sure was.
Affirmative, American 424, Lima, cross runway 25 right, Bravo to parking.
Lima, 25 right, and cross 25 right, sorry, and Bravo to parking. Thank you very much, American 424 heavy.
See ya.
LA Tower, United 2420, requesting clearance to Vegas.
United 2420 heavy, Los Angeles Tower. Check your A-card badges and let me know if you got it.
Ah, we do. Thanks. Girls, so good ACARs. It is departing LAX Orca 5, Squawk 4641. Set. Transponder.
Hello, Tower, good day. Emirates 216.
Emirates 216.
Yeah, we're at stand 148, showing Victor. We have PDC received. We will be requiring runway 25 right for departure.
Okay, 4641
Emirates
is
216 heavy,
set.
Los Angeles Tower, pushback on a kilo, face south for 25 right.
Oh, that's at 5,000.
25 right, kilo south, Emirates 216 heavy.
3 Tower, Southwest 2969, ready for taxiing. We're at Delta 7.
Southwest 2969, Los Angeles Tower, information Victor's current number 324 right, taxi via Echo, Romeo, cross runway 24 left.
Echo Romeo, cross 24 left, hold short of 24 right. We have base direction, Southwest 2969.
And just double checking which runway we're getting. Okay, that runway is going to be 25 right. Set. Alrighty, back down into that space. And near the performance tool. 25 right. Come on, keep it up. 25 right. Sorted. Calculate. What the flap? Once flap's 5, I'm going to go 15, thanks. That's more like it. And 139, 141, 147, and select 45. Cool. Back down here. Flaps 15. Standard gravity max trim 28.8. We're wanting 139, 141, 147. I think I know why it was different. That's because we haven't chucked in a reference step yet.
Southwest 2969, you ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready for departure. Southwest 2969.
Southwest 2969, RNAV Barbara, 2103, runway 24 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 24 right, RNAV to
Okay, flap door is locked, MCP
2969.
is set 5,000. Heading track will be runway heading for runway 25. Wrong way round.
Adelaide Tower, we're entering 105 rear for taxi.
United, 5105, Los Angeles Tower, information Victor, current runway 25 right, taxi via Bravo.
5 Bravo 225 right for 6105.
Okay, the Orca 5 departure. After departure, heading 236.
Sorry, tower, and upon 217 heavy, ready for taxi.
The speed 147, 150.
Looks like you have another heavy 777 in front of you. As soon as I get him going, I'll get you going.
Flight director's on. We'll arm LNAV and VNAV right here at the gate, right now. No need to wait. Showing TCAS off. And Tara. That is set. That's on, that's on.
Southwest 2969, enjoy flight, contact departure.
Beacon is in.
Contact departure, Southwest 2969. See ya.
Okay, takeoff speeds are set, CDA pre-flight completed. Trim is going to be 2.30, so again 3.25. A little bit forward.
LA Tower, Moxie 6311, 25 left.
Moxie 6311, Los Angeles Tower, good evening, 12103, but I'll wait 25 left.
Taxi takeoff briefing, so pushing back, nose to the left.
Moxie 6311.
And we're off to runway 25 left. Probably via, which one's that?
Emirates 216 Heavy, taxi.
Bravo? Probably Bravo.
Emirates 216 Heavy, runway 25 right, taxi via Kilo Bravo.
Kilo Bravo 25 right, Emirates 216 Heavy.
On a 217 Heavy.
Alright everyone,
follow,
I reckon we are just about ready to go. I'm going to get rid of all of the ground equipment, so I can do that off here.
Oh,
Menu,
777 in front of us,
actions,
and runway 25 right via
connections,
Bravo, and upon 217 heavy.
and just straight up remove wheel chocks is usually an option. Nope, we have to disconnect some of the stuff first. So we'll release the ground power. Make sure we don't have any extra vehicles attached. Stairs, cargo. Yep, I think that's all done. We still have something there. Jetway's in request. Request. How do I get rid of these?
Heavy Tower, good evening. Speedbird 28, Foxtrot Heavy, stand 130, full push, please.
Vehicles. Everything
Speedbird
should
28,
be
Foxtrot
in
Heavy, Los Angeles,
request,
pushback
I
on the kilo,
believe.
face south for 25 right.
Request.
Pushback on the kilo, facing south for 25 right. Speedbird 28, Foxtrot Heavy.
There we go. Just had to wait for that to disappear. Alright, we have everything disconnected from the aircraft and we are pretty much ready for push. It's America, we don't need to ask for push, that's a tower. Alright. All that's ready to go. Let's check our checklist. Before start, flight deck door, passenger signs, MCP, MCDU, trim, taxi and beacon. And that's a start.
LA Tower, John 57 Heavy with usual final visual 255.
John 57 Heavy, the Los Angeles Tower, good.
Gonna risk it with P, with the old GSX, see how that goes.
Moxie 6311, exit here, taxi westbound the hotel, and where do you park?
Westbound Hotel, stand by for the gate, Moxie 6311.
Roger.
American 424 Heavy, signing off, thank you so much for the ATC, have a wonderful night.
No worries.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Hi there, we're also ready. Pushing back, nose to left. That'll be with the service interphone on.
Moxie 6311, sorry about that, looks like company just said we're going to Terminal 1, Gate 203 tonight.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin insert.
Okay, Terminal 1, Moxie 6311, continue westbound the hotel, and at Lima. Cross, runway 25 right, straight ahead, right on Delta, to the gate. Have a good night.
All right, Roger, we'll continue all the way down here to Lima, cross 25 right at Lima, and then I believe, yeah, what was that last part again for Moxie 6311, sorry about that.
Continue northbound on Lima, right on Delta, to the gate.
Okay, north on Lima, right on Delta to the gate, Moxie 6311, thanks, good night.
I also hope that GSX doesn't stuff up, and it does have a habit of doing that. Okay, I've got an FMS request. Oh, what's up with that? Oh, I know what it is. It's going to be the VNAV thing. Route.
Moxie 6311, looks like we're marking at the midfield satellite concourse. That's gate 203 there.
It's going to be 203?
Hey, firm.
Okay, just continue crossing
flying Pierre.
Casino Hotel, Lima, cross runway 25 right,
left.
and continue straight ahead on Lima, and your gate will be off to the left-hand side.
Okay, Hotel Lima, cross 25 left, Moxie
Please park and
6311,
brake.
thanks, good night.
Is done.
Sky 57 Heavy, 2 left turns on the Alpha, taxi to parking via Alpha District, good night.
There's a small chance that we'll immediately rotate right now. So far, so good. It is bouncing a bit, but I think we're okay. We'll start off right engine.
Tower Alaska 261 with Victor ready for taxi.
Alaska 261 Los Angeles Tower.
We have the right engine
right,
starting, and I'm just going to hit right engine, set fuel control
right,
to run.
Alaska 261.
You actually don't need to wait on that one. Because it's got a FADEC and it'll figure that out by itself. Sim has decided to freeze. We'll see how that goes. While that unfreezes, I'm going to take a look around at air traffic control over in the Middle East. Still nothing. just in case we need to reset the sim. So as you can tell, with the clear button being highlighted blue, I am trying to clear that now. I believe the button has probably been pressed at some point. So in the interim freeze, one assumes that that command is being sent through to the aircraft to clear out the descent forecast
heavy,
uplink
Los
already.
good evening. Heavy.
The intention after that was to press the VNAV button, click forward to the descent forecast, and then click load. That would do something. It's possible that it would have shown up something, and then we'll do that then. Getting a call. Hey there.
That's the PMDG line for you.
Got a phone call from the boss. We're all working from home tomorrow. I'm not sure that this will recover. It's been like more than a minute now. It's not crashing, it's not anything, it's just frozen. Keep waiting, I suppose. Yeah, it's feeling crashy at the moment. vPilot's disconnected because it thinks that the aircraft has crashed. Simulator does appear frozen. Not connected to the network. This is the longest freeze I've had in the sim. Normally it actually just crashes by this point. And there goes the mouse again. It's an old CPU, like 7 years old now, so it might be time to get an upgrade with all the money that I don't have. Has anybody got a CPU for free? I can buy one for $1. I've lost Vegas. think we might have to call it and just like Alt Control delete the sim because it's not crashing by itself. Yeah, let's do it. I just realised I'm not talking around. Right, so I'm just checking all the other airspaces out because I'm not convinced that I was about to say I'm not convinced that Los Angeles will stay online, but they're not online anymore now. So even if we had have been taxiing now, we would have run over air traffic control at this point. LA's entirely gone, so that's interesting. Come on, get back in. Having such trouble with my mouse. It just doesn't want to keep its power on. I can either move it or I can have it powered. Can't do both at the same time. Alright, so America's out. We do have Albuquerque and Phoenix and nowhere to go from or to from it. At this stage, I think I'm not entirely sure which space we'll go for. Hong Kong to Shanghai is an option. Close all that for now. Dubai's being frustratingly coy about having more stuff. But I get it, it's like 10, 11 AM over there. It's about 3, 4, 3, 2, might be 2 PM in China. It's China time. Yeah, 3 PM in China. Think of it, Hong Kong to Shanghai. We'll say Cathay, I think. Trying to get a rego from Cathay. BHNI maybe. Oh, that's a 300 straight. It's not even an AR. Let's get in the HN. Are these active? KPW is. Alright, cool. Let's see if we can find an actual flight plan between these two cities. Be VHHH to is it Z something? Pudong is at SPD. Oh, great, 360. Same deal with fuel planning, it's in kilograms now though. 25 minutes on that. Get 35 on that. No, I don't actually have an SSD on that at the moment. that's that. Strange, gave me the flight plan. Cool. I was expecting it to say there's already 45 different variants of that call sign logged in right now. Touch wood, yeah, well, yeah. I'll see. I believe we're going to be flying out of default scenery for the next, which might be an issue. Not even sure I've got the new runway at Hong Kong. No, I don't really have any way to check if I've got the new runway at Hong Kong. We'll find out when we load in. I thought they're putting 3 runways in. They're just removing the old one and making them further apart. Who knew? Let's put some new stuff. Yes, it probably did have. Anyway, the new Kongalong at Hong Kong hopefully is going to last a little longer with air traffic controllers on it. Yeah, I saw ATC disappear on us. Here's hoping the guys in China will last a little longer. That said, at least in China, the current time is 3 PM, apparently. Or 3:17 PM now, that it's taken 15 minutes for the sim to boot up. And counting. I was already hanging out for some of these guys to show up, but apparently nobody can get time off work over there in Dubai. Good old midnight and everyone logs off. Too bad. Oh, terrain ahead. Head on. Gonna have me a little snack. Morning in Sweden, could say. And Miles, good to see you as well. Yeah, it looks good. I haven't actually flown it yet. I've managed to crash it in the sim so far. Here we go. So we don't want to be a United Airlines aircraft anymore. Let's be something else. British, Emirates, Japan, KLM. Oh, looks like I didn't actually install Cathay. Japan it'll have to be. I'm still going to fly as Cathay Pacific. It's just going to be the wrong livery. Cool. Down here to Honkers. Apparently I've got the extra runway. I think it's just a freeware. We'll go into one of these southern points. Let's see if I can tell if any of these gates are open. Yes, there's plenty of gates open. That gate right there seems to be open. Let's go. Yep, I'm in Australia, Melbourne. Melbourne. Someone's messaging me. Cool. So a girl I dated 20 years ago in Sydney. I found her on Facebook. So we're meeting up on Sunday. Say hi. Have dinner. That kind of came out of the blue. Yeah, another 15 minutes to load Hong Kong. Wonder how the new Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 will go. With any luck, it runs better than 2020. But then again, with ray tracing, who knows? It's taking its sweet time. There we go. Cool. Alright, let's get in the ground power. Battery in. it's polite to let the aircraft start itself before we start throwing ADRUs and stuff. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Better optimized for multi-core processing, which is a good thing. Just want to get that a little bit closer into the tab. With that said, I do know that the tab can just move, so I can put it up here if you wanted to. Where's the click spot? There it is. Now it's stuck to the window. You can click the pen. And apparently real airlines have been removing the old fixed to the aircraft. Because, you know, a pad is cheaper, easier, and everyone can have their own. Yep, I know about the brakes, and I've got pedals, so I can easily do that. Just need to push my own pedals. Done. It's not even 3 whole seconds, it's like maybe 1.5. Let's log in to the Vatsim. There we are. Beep, beep, beep. Love that sound. FMS. Ah, I should have done that while I was waiting, but I didn't, so that again. Up here, let's get the ADRU sorted. Plop, 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 plop. Let's get that sorted as well. Ah, it's actually the little thing at the top. Cool, I get it. Goodo, and log into this thing. Data sorted. Goodo. Down here. And we're coming out of VHHH. Click. And then to ZSPD. Requesting in the route. Select. Oh, I should have hit the other 2 buttons first. Alright, cool. Dang. Alright, cool. Load away. Hit the requests. Nope, can't. Righto. What I do want is some lights on, because it's a little bit dark down there. What we need to be able to do is accelerate that dome light. At least all these rotations are way too slow. Ah, you can do it that way too. Okay, cool. activate. Performance, accept. Also need the flight plan itself, which will need the 0 fuel weight or 194.8. See if that actually works. Yeah, it does. Legs. VNav. Load it. Cool. Now, someone was asking about refueling the aircraft. You can just do that through the FS Actions fuel and then tell it how much fuel you want or need. In this case, I want 26.4 tons or 26420. 420, yellow. 6420. Just raw number straight into there. Done. Bang. Make sure it's kilograms. And if it's not kilograms, you go into, is it FS Actions or PDs? Yeah, aircraft. I think it's displays, and there it is, kilograms or pounds. But we don't need that, so I'm going to go back to the FMS. Actually, now we're going to go back to the menu and fill up our payload to make that the same as what we want, which is 194.8. 194.8. Set. Done. Cool, so we now have 104.80 fuel weight, cargo and passengers, and the amount of fuel that we've chucked in there, which was 26.420. Up here we see 26.4 total fuel. That's a quick and easy way of doing it. There might be another way to do it, I don't know, but I don't care because that's the way I'm going to do it. It's nice and quick and easy, and it's the same way that we do it in P3D. Okay, flat 15. Center of gravity, you just double click it and it'll give you the correct number. Otherwise you'd have to go scrounging around in your load plan to figure it out. That happened again and that happened again. Apparently that doesn't matter. I don't know why this preference for Hoppy's A-cars is not sticking to the aircraft. But I'm going to need to copy that again. Tablet preferences are updated. Hoppy ID is valid. Maybe it needs to be done per livery, I don't know. Or maybe every time the sim crashes it doesn't save. That's probably a thing too. Alrighty, we need airport, not star, airport. Airport briefing, billions and billions of pages, but that's what I want there. Park and stands. That's cool as well. We are on stand 47. And the SID. Oh, the approach control disappeared again. What's going on? Now we have India online. Tempting. We did have an interesting incident in India last time we flew there. In a 777, for those of you in the know, had a double engine shutdown because we exceeded the VNE by a knot. It used to be a bug back in early FSX days. You have exceeded the airplane speed by 1 knot. Shut down everything. Be lakes. There we go. Lakes departure, and it depends on the runway, so it's Lakes 4, Lakes 2B, Lakes 1E, Lakes 1F. Hi there, Paul. Good to see you. Yeah, I pretty much downloaded it as soon as I could. And here we are. Let's have a look at the ACARS. Is it COM? Yep, COM. So, flight information. Is it TWIP request? Yeah, it is. And to enter something in here, which I want to now, VHHH, click on it, bang, it pushes it from the scratch pad to wherever you click. Single request, off Vatsim, and I believe the send is behind that speed brake there. There it is. Send. So we now have the TWIP request going in. Click on flight information again, I guess. Or is it review? I wonder if any of these guys are using CPDLC. Yes, yes, yeah, they are. Yes, 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 yes. Nice. Should be with new messages, but anyway. You know what? Let's go to PMDG. Oh no, we got new message. Did take forever, but there it is. We have the TAF and the meta. The meta shows 100 at 10. And with that, I'm going to go to airport, checking which runways we have. Obviously, I don't want to use the one that's miles away. So 25s or 07. 07 is going to take it. And Sid was correct from the one that we had. Lakes. Oh, that's stars, never mind. Lakes for Alpha. I think it was that. Yeah. Cool. So let's check lakes to .me v1. Alright, cool. I'll go with that. We are on Unicom now, so no need to worry about pushbacks or anything like this. Departure and arrival. It was a little 7. Was it right or left? Do you know what? Doesn't matter because it's Lakes for Alpha. Let's do it that way. Lake for Alpha. Sorted 7, right, sorted. Execute, sorted. I can't remember what it was in AUD, but in American dollars it's $77.73, aka 7773. It'll be hilarious if they make the 777-200 $77.72. Give you 1 cent difference. And I believe they will. Alright, going to pinned. I don't need that page anymore. I need the performance tool. Let's import that, import that, import that. Going to select 07 right and do a check. 116, yeah, that's about right. Cool. It reckons flaps 5 again. I really don't like flaps 5 for a triple, but anyway. I'm going to do the thing and make it 15, because Cathay. Be 141, 147, it's 138, and temperature's 48. Yes, I hope it will be $74.40 for the 744. Or probably $74.74, just to be difficult. Alrighty, we have a reference OT which is 48. It was suggesting a VREF of 138, 138 and 149. Cool. You can see it displays the weather now up on this screen, which is cute, and will remain there until you hit cancel. You can do the same with the ATIS if you have an ATIS. There's the TAF. Cancelled. Cool. Checklist please. Oxygen tested. That stuff tested. Let's get the parking brake set. Pre-flight complete. And I don't want to do that. Let's get that over to 07. And we want to be on Unicom 122.8 because otherwise everyone will have kittens. Yep, that looks good to go. Flight deck door is locked. MCP is set for departure. Can have 5,000 on that one. Takeoff speeds are set. CDA pre-flight completed. Trim. Trim's going to 3.25. Currently showing 4. To move the trim, you will need all of these things on, which is the hydraulics. And for engine start, we'll need some of that on and an APU. APU starting. Okay, need to move that up to 3.25. One more. There it is. Cool. Taxi and takeoff briefing. We're going to runway 07 right. We are at the main gate there. Check out taxiways that way. Alright, pushing back to nose to the left, taxiing out via hotel. Juliet 1, runway 07. It's got a 3,800 meter long runway. Oh, Fergs, that's a good question, which I don't know the exact answer to. Meanwhile, let's jump outside the aircraft. Have a look-see. Cool, everyone's left. Pity we didn't have the Cathay livery loaded, but JL will have to do. Okay, that's done. What I'm going to do is squawk 2000. Get the transponder sorted. Why is that not moving? Come over here. There we go. And beacon going on. What do you reckon? Risk GSX or just use the other pushback? Other pushback is very basic. No one's around to see anyway. Let's use the other brake thing. Apparently GSX is going to put out an update sometime in the week. At the moment it's not exactly what we'd call compatible with the aircraft. So I think I'll do it this way. Wheel chocks removed already? Is that what I'm saying? Nope, it's saying it's...
Hong Kong traffic, Emirates 381 heavy, checking to runway 05
reverse thrusters. Engines on at the gate and off we go.
Whiskey, Juliet, hold short Juliet 1, Hong Kong traffic.
AP is running. Looks like the ground power is now disconnected. Wheel chocks. Had issues getting rid of that before. So make sure we don't have any vehicles attached. Request. Bang. There we go. Wheel chocks are now removed. So just because I'm worried that GSX is the thing that caused us to have an issue with the sim, because it's quite possible, I'm going to play it safe and go FS actions, ground operations. Turn type is short. Ah no, that's ground operations for a turnaround. Oh, the pushback thing not there. Why? Why is the pushback option not an option? Is it because we have the wheel chocks removed? No, it's not. Ah, the wheel chocks take like forever to go on and off. I get it. So I've clicked them on, and now they kind of like have to be placed. And then I can hopefully turn them off again. Is that what goes on? Let's go into vehicles, do I? No? Yes. Vehicles. That's how you have it. Alright, cool. The comms panel. Really? Ah, down the bottom. Okay. That thing. Nope. Pushback is just not an option at that moment. It's grayed out. Alright, risking GSX it is. There you are. That's the tow bar. Yeah, the sound's a little bit odd, apparently, especially with, like, the engine start sound is good. Taxi is average.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Some of the takeoff sounds good, but once you're in cruise or in climb, it just sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
worked out. Yeah, I hope it gets fixed too. Hope it gets fixed for free. We don't have to buy sounds like you do on that Mad Dog.
Locking gear.
We're going to go nose to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, I'm going to start the right engine first. Right engine set. And you don't need to wait for that to spool, you can just go straight away. Right, set to run. Got a distinctive pitchy movement happening there. Oh, it's rocking hard. Yeah, G6 isn't playing well with it at this point. That's one good engine start. We'll start the left side. Left side starting, left to run. I don't know any key. Yeah, it's the buzzsaw noise that's missing. You're right. You can certainly hear that from the cabin.
Please set parking brakes.
In the real plane. Parking brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yeah, good to disconnect. Pity you didn't turn us left or right, but anyway.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
They really should have chucked us back into the taxiway facing towards that where I'm facing now. You can have both.
Unlocking gear.
I was wondering if we could do both. That's too funny. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to chuck in the clock.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Do the before taxi anti-ice not required.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Recall checks, flight controls and ground equipment's going to happen soon. Going to check our flight controls. One thing that we don't have, which is what I'd look at now sometimes, is the ground maneuvering camera, which is something that we do have in P3D, but not here. Waiting for the wave off. And we'll go flaps 15. With that, we'll get rid of our APU. APU shutting down. Over there, everything is in auto, as it should be, like it Taxi lights on. I'm going to go ahead and press the letter B just to get whatever that was, 1009. I'm currently sitting on, what is that, Juliet 9.
Traffic, Emirates 31 heavy landing up Juliet 1 rolling on the peak 1 Alpha departure. Hong Kong traffic.
Parking brake is disconnected. Let's start moving. Ah, they're waiting for us. Cool. Hong Kong traffic. Cathay 360 is taxiing to Juliet, runway 079. That was very patient of them to wait.
Copy for 11 Alpha, I'll tell you, so that maybe I can hold in case I get in the way.
One of these days we'll need to get the scenery for this old airfield. I saw a controller disappear. I hope that's not Shanghai. Yes, it's still there.
Ready for pushback and start facing north.
Let's get back into the correct taxiway. We were on the correct taxiway. I thought so. One last reminder before we take off, the windows can be opened. And it'll even annunciate that it's open. Window, flight deck left. And just for a bit of fun, you can actually throw your tablet out the window. Just kidding. I wish you could. That'd be just so funny. Drop it out the window. Oh, it's gone now. It's an Emirati. I reckon as a troll they should make that a an update. If you clip your thing to the window while it's open, it just falls out and you can't get it back. Gone.
Hong Kong traffic, Emirates 31 heavy passing 1,000 feet inbound Papa.
A 330? Who's flying a 330 in this day and age? Come on. Sounds like a plan. I'll probably have to buy the Hong Kong at some point because, you know, there will be a big event here at some point. But I need to pace myself. We just bought this plane after all. Some other future payday. Bit jet lagged, eh? Time is 00 on the clock. We'll start the takeoff in about 2 minutes. That's true, he did. Traffic Hong Kong, Cathay 38. So again, 360. It's entering runway 07 right for departure via Lakes. Let's go. Lights on. Terrain is to my side. Oh yeah, that's right. We actually have a weather radar in this thing now. I'm going to click on weather radar. I'm going to do our thingy.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead.
Okay, the weather radar test is completed. Terrain is my side. Zero 07 right. We're good to go. %, Toga. Yeah, that doesn't sound particularly convincing. Yeah, it's the missing of the growling that comes along with it. You should feel that bass rumble. We're just not getting it. Rotate. Positive rate, you're up. Yeah, the sounds aren't as good as the one on P3D, which I haven't modified at all. Odd. Let's take the sounds from that plane and put them in here. It's going to hand fire a little bit. And it goes flaps 5. Yeah, it is a bit of a hairdryer, isn't it? Sounds like we've got the sounds of a BAE 146 or an A340 instead of a 7. Flaps on, speed check. Yeah, I have that feeling that we'll be getting one. I'm going to rock that all the way up to about level 240. And autopilot in command. Oh cool, we get to fly over the top of Kai Tak. Kinda. Yeah, need to Bottom override now. Get that sorted. Yep. Also agreed, we should get a free upgrade to the sounds so that they actually sound like the P3D one. It can be done, because it has been done in the past. Flaps up. Speed check, flap up. How long is this flight? Good question. I loaded it up without really knowing. We have a 2-hour flight. End off takeoff checks, landing gear is up, flaps are up, checklist complete. Gotta go into the comm, because that will actually be useful. Flight level 390. That's a flight level set standard cross track. There's SkyTac. Pushback not implemented yet, and also doesn't work with GSX properly. Great combination. Let's see if the Vatsim ZSPD's there. Sending. Sent. And when it comes in, we'll get a new message in the new messages, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to weather on my side. There we go. Look at that. ZSPD, ATIS Foxtrot. Departing runway 16 right and 17 left. Expect ILS approach runway 16 left and 17 right. Wind 230 degrees for miles per second, or meters per second, sorry. Which I believe is something like 8 knots. Somewhere in the back of my mind it was like almost double. And visibility 999. Showers of rain scattered 300 meters. Overcast at 1,200 meters, remembering that 900 meters is 3,000 feet. Temperature 24 degrees Celsius, dew point 23. Oof. QNH 1009. Transition level is 3,600 meters. What is 9,000? Again. What's 39,100 feet in meters? Is that a valid altitude for us? Oh, it should be in the flight plan. It should be in the flight plan, and the flight plan should be in the EFB. TOC 390 Guangzhou. We should have a new altitude. We do 11,300 meters. Nice. How do we do the meters again? That's how. We stepped down. Okay, cool. Tour of the cabin. I'll go ahead and cancel this first. And that should be cool. And tour of the cabin since we can. Alrighty, we're in the back. Boom headset mic, jump seats. Through the door. I'm to, I guess this is first class, or is it business? Looks a bit thirsty. Imagine when GSX manages to throw passengers in all of these seats. Just putting that out there. Imagine if GSX gets to put passengers in all of these seats. With like 350 passengers on. What will that do to the sim as far as frame rate is concerned? Sound is nice back here. Distinctively different to up the front. Gets a bit more growly and roary down the back here with all that fast air coming out the back of the wing. I always love these seats as well, the twos. This one in particular, because you get all this massive room next to you. Wouldn't it be hilarious if we could actually touch these and make changes? You can't, but that would be hilarious if you could. Interactive cabin. Walk around, make a cup of coffee, sit down in the jump seat, go into the toilet and flush it, and have flushing sounds instead of nothing. Flash a new BIOS, nice. Did an update BIOS? There's literally no toilet. It's just this random square space with a blocked off window. That's poor. Come on. You don't have to model much, just chuck a toilet seat there. That'd be easy. Got myself a V. There's kind of a creaky noise as we're walking through that spot. I'm guessing the aircraft is either experiencing a little bit of turbulence or possibly just turned or something. Let's have a look out the window. No toilet, no sail. If you can't go to the dunny, what's the point? These first class berths are pretty cool. Coffee machines. Little oven things. Trolleys. For some reason, I'm getting a click spot there. Don't know what it's for. I'm assuming this is crew bed kind of things over there. Head back on in. Where are we at? There we're at. So I think it was 11,300, wasn't it, that we're meant to be at? Yep. 11,300. 11,300 meters on standard, as they say in China. We need to be on 124.55. Silencing go off. That's definitely not English.
机枪13拐8，左转直飞爬帕 Delta Lima，下到修正海峡3000，修正海峡1洞9。另外，机枪13拐8，下到修正海峡3000，修正海峡1洞9。
Z。
重庆68动2正式表速。
ZS。HA 啊。
重庆68动2表速不小于31洞。
Cool. Once we make contact, we can make contact with CPDLC. Americans would have done that for us. Or spoken in Chinese.
下午好，机枪1511。
Or made us use meters. Getting the treat today.
机枪1511上海雷达已识别，保持1洞拐自由领航。
保持1洞拐自由领航，机枪1511。
深地196洞，立射81 Alpha 进场，往内进行。
And we're leaving sane airspace and moving into basically an area controlled by a military. But all the airways are crooked.
国航4洞6，左转直飞爬帕 Delta 洞拐3，可以往南进近，跑到16左，接近航向道吧。国航4洞6，左转直飞爬帕 Delta 洞拐3，可以往南进近，跑到16左，接近航向道吧。机枪1511上海雷达已识别，保持1洞拐自由领航。
保持1洞拐自由领航，机枪1511。
That's us here now. We've made a massive turn, and we're going to enter that airspace right like that. Once we hit the middle of the airspace, then they turn us straight up the
南方
coastline.
98上海，重设应答机4554。
They don't want us here. They don't want us to just meander across their airspace.
南方98重设应答
They
机
want us to enter at the point
4554。
and then immediately turn away from their coast. Come straight at us and then turn off. So we need to make sure that we're
That is
real.
your CBDLC is available, but you're going to leave my airspace in like 5 minutes. That is your CBDLC is available at Zulu Sierra Hotel Alpha, but you're going to leave my airspace in 5 minutes. So if you're going to just test the CBDLC, I'm all good. But I'm going to terminate your CBDLC real soon.
Where is the descent point? It'll be in the flight plan. It'll be there. Dot me. Dot me. Is that dot me there? It is. Alright, need to cross dot me at 11,300. Let's get that sorted. We need to move that back to auto. $11,300 meters, which is that one, 37,100 feet. Gonna do it now. Let's check that as a VNAV. 371. Oh. And I'm just gonna get what 500 meters a sec min.
进68洞2，下到修正海峡3000，修正海峡1洞9。
Needs to be quicker than that. 1,000.
全长65洞4，下到修正海峡21，修正海峡1洞9。
下到修正海峡21，修正海峡1洞9，
深地196洞，下到4800。
I need to keep looking at that. KA 360. How far? 10 miles. I'll tell them when we're at the level. The Chinese airspace starts at .me.
机箱13拐8，沿程绩效900。南方98上海的大雨识别保持11346领航。
This is the first time we've had the 777 airborne, by the way.
飞龙268上海的大雨识别沿程距离上升到标准气压804，保持较高的限制。南方98上海的大雨识别保持11346领航。
They're all speaking Mandarin at each other. Shanghai Control, Cathay 360 is at .me at 11,300 meters on standard.
Cathay 360 standby, break 国航4动6，联浮中指联机浮动塔台118.8再见。Cathay 360, Shanghai Control, hello, reset transponder, squawk 1234.
Is 1234 at Cathay 360.
That's AFM, and I assure you it's an automatic squawk code.
Go squawking code 1234, and we are on CPLC Cathay 360.
Cathay 360, report current altitude.
Maintaining 11,300 meters on standard.
Cathay 360, Shanghai Control, good identify, maintain 1,300 meters on navigation.
Maintain 11,300 meters on navigation, Cathay 360. If you're wondering why there's a whole bunch of unnecessary verbiage, it's because we're in China, and they do that. Mandarin intensifies, totally. But, yeah, there's a whole bunch of funny stuff that happens in China that would definitely not have happened on an American flight.
3拐8沿程序可以往南接近，跑到186右近领航向导吧。
ATC established with Shanghai. Now we could always use some of these things if we really wanted to.
We don't really you're now in airspace of the ATC available, 1 Unicorn 122, that's negative. Aircraft 920, you're now in airspace of the ATC available, 1 Unicorn 122, that's negative. Shandong 2168直飞舟山。
12 ton of fuel on arrival. We're going to be all rate 2. Start looking at charts, shall we? Arrivals. Need the star. True. That's being annoying. Anyway.
1396欢迎回来。重庆68栋梁12个速限制，自然直飞帕帕加大地。
BK82 Alpha. That one. Imagine having a standard arrival route with the number 82
November
Alpha.
260 Delta Victor, just confirm how long till the next sector?
Here in
November
Australia
260 Delta Victor,
and in America,
expect to release at time 10.
and probably in Europe as well,
Roger that.
it's location,
correction,
a single digit,
November 260 Delta
and
Victor, expect
possibly
release at time
alphabet.
36.
So Rivet
thanks.
3
Delta Victor.
Alpha arrival. Once I get to number 9, it circles back to 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. And each digit can only go up at maximum every 28 days. And in practice, it's more like every 6 to 12 months. Anyway, China does things different, as always. Why? Because they can. Alright, what was that? 17 departing. ILS runways. 16 left and 17 right. There's 16 left.
飞机196动下到修正海压3000，修正海压1动9，
And 17 right. Also grab airport. Yeah, cool. Did this aircraft grow a runway since I was last here? Hope not. Or at least not yet. Obviously this is going to be a runway one of these days. With any luck I have all 4 available. We'll see how we go. I think we'll use that one. Cool. Let's get the pinned. What's our minimums? Satellite aprons, I'm guessing they'll be for overflow. So the main apron is this big thing here, and the satellite aprons will be these things up here. Or even that thing. Oh, that's cargo. Ah, that's satellite apron here. Strange. The things that I thought were the satellites are actually the mains. And the big building is the satellite. That's backwards. Thanks, China. You make no sense. I'm guessing it means like these are the main aprons because they're the oldest. That's where Air China goes. And the satellite apron is the unimportant place where unimportant airlines that don't belong to China go. Like, you know, American, United, Qantas, Jetstar, Japan.
Broken Delta Victor.
Unimportant airlines, i.e. most of them satellite. China Air, that's the main important one with the tiny apron. That's how we do things here in China.
Roger.
Any crossing restrictions? Of course there will be, and there'll be bizarre ones, I'm sure. polling procedures. Alright, cool. Lovely little conversion. Alright, we have a transition altitude of, I'm guessing it's this one, flight level 118 or 9,850 feet. Yeah, China number 1, that's how it is. I kind of hope we'll be on the other side, 17 right. The inland side. But you never know.
对上海距下线了595舍离内考1.8 all station Shanghai control is now closing. Further ATC available. Monitor 1 2 decimate. No further ATC available. Monitor 1 2 decimate today.
It's really gone for Dubai. Dubai is just there by itself. Shanghai is closed and tower is still available, but we'll see how that goes. Isn't it like 4:30 in the afternoon over there? 212. Okay, minimums have been set. And I'm guessing we're being logged out of that. This is, of course, the issue of flying outside of an event. Your air traffic control might just randomly log off for no good reason. Because it's dinner time, or they have a job to go to. London's on, but nowhere to go to from London. Dubai's on, but nowhere to go to from Dubai. Shanghai is just about logged off, and it will be gone by the next update. Singapore's on, but again, nowhere really to go to. Darwin's on, but well, I guess you could leave Darwin and go to Broome in a 777. A bit much, but it's possible. Anyhow, I'm going to give myself the clearance since air traffic control doesn't want to be around. We are going to be flying the BK-82 Alpha. BK stands for the Chinese word Lishe, which doesn't have a B or a K in it, as one would expect. Of course, China. Still showing honkers. So 83, was that the one? 82. And the problem is the number 2 and the number 3 sound almost identical over the radio, especially in an accent. I think the only difference is the runway. Okay, decision time. BK3 Alpha. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. Do not fly north of this line. And where does the BK3 Alpha end? Right on that line. So if you go past it, Shutdown. Radar vectoring direct to MP1 available when aircraft in fan-wise sequence. Fan-wise, eh? And that's meant to mean something, I'm assuming. That's BK81 Alpha. That one's 83 Alpha. And this one is 82 Alpha. Right, I don't like 82 Alpha because that takes you all the way over there, which I don't need to be doing. Let's go for the 81 Alpha, shall we? Click. Should be 17. Right. Alright, let's do that. ILS 17 right, we'll take the Zulu. MP1 or the other one? Let's see. Indeed, I believe Bali is on Saturday or Sunday night. One of those. Guangzhou to Bali is an actual event happening with ATC. We are coming out of PD 201. Is that the one there? Here it is. BK. That didn't show up on the thing properly. That's better. That takes it all the way down to the runway. Runway 17 right, 62 feet. Ah, some hop from Darwin to Bali, like now. Yeah, that could work. You've got departures out of Darwin just for centre, Brisbane Centre. And you run out of ATC somewhere before you hit Indonesia. But Bali Tower's online, so, you know, that'll work. Darwin to Bali right now in a triple. Or even a 320. FQG instead of FOG. Fun. Alright, looking down here we have a little table that slots in there like that. That's kind of fun. What else do we have as far as click spots? There's the map light, I suppose. That turns on, I'm assuming, the light that shows up there. Can't tell. Oh, yep, down into the bottom there. The clock. Yeah. You can turn the clock on with that little thing. There's the push to talk button that isn't really connected to anything. Indeed. Boeing 777. Boeing 777 on Milk Run Monday. Boeing 777 on, you know, a 12-minute flight somewhere. Oakland to San Francisco. Boeing 777. I'm getting Facebooked. How's Facebooking today? The clicking pen. Yes, there's a pen down here that you can click on. Matt has just given us a 777 worth of money. Thanks, Matt. Why would you do that? But anyway, can't argue with that. That's brilliant. You've just bought the 777 for me. Why? That's something. Pity we couldn't get the delivery right for this event, but anyway. Yeah, I've got a date coming up with the lady I actually dated 20 years ago. Not sure how wise that is, but anyway. We're older and wiser now, one hopes. Don't ask questions, that's fair enough. Good old Matt just bought me this 777 we see ourselves flying at the moment. Exact, full to the cent. Reimbursement, straight from YouTube. So this aircraft has already paid for itself. I like it. First flight and it pays for itself back. Screenshotting that for you. Send that off to someone. Very much a legend, Nowanike. Indeed, NB11 coming, what, next week? We've got too many aircraft to fly and not enough time to fly them, so that's a thing. Sometime between now and Saturday afternoon, I need to clean out my car, make it nice and presentable, and yeah. That said, we do have FNO coming up, so we're going to be flying this thing into Denver, Colorado, hopefully from Houston. Hi there, Nowanike. We have two MD-11s that come to Australia. the FedEx one inbound from Auckland, and a UPS one, which I believe is inbound from either Auckland or Honolulu direct. The FedEx one comes via Honolulu, Auckland, and then hits Sydney. It's only Sydney. Sydney gets two, I think it's 2 a day. It might be the FedEx one every day and the UPS one 3 times a week, something like that. And nowhere else gets them as far as I'm aware. Not sure what's happening up in Brisbane. They sometimes get some weird stuff. Honolulu, yeah, that does sound correct from UPS. I know the FedEx one comes through Honolulu and then down past Auckland daily. The clear button, hey? As in that button there. Ah, I was pressing the clear button. Cool. Thanks for that. I wasn't sure what to blame why it froze, but yeah, that does match what I did. I did hit that clear button. It was even highlighted as it froze. I was worried that there was like some bizarre thing that was going on. It's like at any point in time, who knows when or why, the sim could freeze. So yeah, crashing the sim by pressing that button right there. Click, click, stop. So that's it's a tempting one to hit as well, because I kept on getting those spammed messages coming up in the scratch pad, and it's like, clear the scratch pad, come on, go, 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 go. It's like, clear the scratch pad, let's freeze the sim. Double. So I have to be careful of the clear button. Thanks for that. I wouldn't have probably read that myself. Ah, the star and approach. So that thing. So my usual practice of inserting the most likely star and then changing it if ATC gives it, I might have to rethink that for a moment. Then buy a plane at launch, never buy the version 1. If you remember the very first time I flew any 777 in Flight Sim 10, it wasn't the very first time, but it was fairly early. It's like in the first couple of months. Air India flight into Pakistan. We were on descent. I think we started the descent slightly late, and so it was slightly high on the profile. And so in VNAV, it descended fast enough to overspeed itself, which then shut down both engines. 2 bugs in one. The first bug was, if you're above profile in VNAV, it will overspeed the aircraft to catch the profile. And the second bug was, if you overspeed the aircraft, it will shut both engines down. So I got hit by the double bug. Good old 777. Adjusting the star is what got the A300 as well from AnyBuilds, which is why the last time we flew the AnyBuilds 300, all the controls in the cockpit just stopped responding at all. You couldn't click anything, and even the artificial horizon froze, so you could do like loop-de-loops and it still look like a straight and level. So that was also caused by the star being changed in flight. Yeah, and the A300s had how many updates and they're still not quite there yet. That said, I do like the way that PMDG run their updates. It's a little bit easier to manage than, in my opinion, any builds, which is like, please download this thing again. Whereas PMDG, you just open up that manager, it basically comes up and says, hi, updates are ready to go, please install them. And off you go. Cool, so that's 2 bugs that we should be aware of. Don't spam the clear button, even though that's the only button on the entire cockpit that you would want to spam. Anyhow. And don't insert the star and then a different star. The weird thing is, how did these bugs not only pass beta, but these bugs haven't been a problem in P3D? Just pointing it out. Yeah, that's true. I'm not entirely convinced on the freighter, because I'm getting the MD-11 and that's a freighter, so that means I've already got 2 freighters, 300 and MD-11. So that's what, 3 bugs that I'm now aware of. I'm sure there's more, but that'll be the clear button, multiple star entries, and some people not being able to release their parking brake if they don't have rudder pedals, which is hilarious. Then other people are unable to release their parking brake because they didn't read the manual. And they don't realise they have to put their feet on their brakes. Like that. Oh yeah, that's right, the sounds. The sounds inside the aircraft during the takeoff roll? No. Just no. Bring the sounds in from P3D, make them again, fail. Sound engineer gets a big F. I'm not, well, yeah. There are some people who are dumb and didn't read the manual and don't know how to release the brake because they're trying to press this button. Duh. But then there's other people that literally don't have rudder pedals, so they can't actually release them properly. And so what they do is they come down into the menu and ask PMDG to do whatever it is in, I think it's this menu. Is it options? Something like that. One of these options in the simulation. About realistic brake. And there is an option if you don't have rudder pedals, like if you use the dot, the period key on the keyboard to brake with, like a Neanderthal, or poor person, one of those things. I understand if you don't have the equipment, you can't use your rudder pedals because you don't have them. So then the option is to press the period key, but apparently that doesn't work properly. Dang. Yeah, so there is an option to disable the realistic park brake option, but apparently it doesn't do anything in this build. So that's a thing. And that's also been acknowledged apparently in the forums. I haven't been reading the forums directly, I've been reading like Reddit about the forums. I'm lazy. I'd rather see other people's experience of the forums secondhand than go there directly myself. Imagine buying the wrong aeroplane. That is silly. On the downside, he didn't get a 777, but on the upside, he got a 737. Out of the 737s, I've only bought the 700 and the 800. Don't care about 900, don't care about the 6. I understand that the 6 is cheaper, but I wouldn't fly it, so why buy it? $700 probably shouldn't have purchased, really. I just have a soft spot for the 7. It was my first NG as a passenger. I got to jump seat in the 700 back in the day. Back in 2001. I didn't jump seat. I visited the cockpit while I was flying. And then I left and went and sat in the passenger seat for landing. The only jump seat that I got was the 717. And that was an experience I'll never forget. And that was back in the days before cameras were a thing. I had a little flip phone with no camera on it. A Motorola. Because it was July 2001. Or June 2001. Yeah. I noticed PMDG took the P3D 777 off the website quite intelligently. It's like, yeah, we're coming up to a big 777 release and someone's going to click the wrong sim because people are idiots. So just take it offline for a few weeks so nobody buys it by accident for the wrong sim. Yes, Aviator, it certainly was before that thing happened in the United States in the year 2001. It was either June or July of that year. I had a big year that year. Went to Brisbane in on Easter. That was the 717. And then 737 down to Melbourne about 2 months later. And then 767 on the way back too. Although I didn't get to visit the cockpit on the 76. I asked, but apparently it was a training flight and they had like 5 people in the cockpit or something. Good old, all the jump seats are full of inspectors and training instructors and stuff. Hi there, Shems. This aeroplane is costing $77.73. 77.73. Which is less than the P3D version. And it's the 777-300 ER, straight off the bat. So in my opinion, we're doing pretty good. It costs not much more, like a few dollars more, $7 more than the Phoenix 330. And I reckon we've got all the same features as the Phoenix, essentially. We've got fly-by-wire, we've got Hoppy's CPDLC, we've got a FMS that works well. We have the integration to that, charts, and Navigraph. with your entire flight plan right there, which is something you don't have in the P3D version, so there's that. So I reckon that's really cool. If you were to have the controllers online, you'd be able to send them stuff like that. As you can see, that we did at some point establish comms with Shanghai, but they've since logged off, unfortunately. Yeah, that's cool. Flight information, you can get your ATIS requests. You do that by, say, Vatsim ZSPD in your scratch pad over here. Throw it over there and then send the send. It'll say it's sending, it'll say it's sent, goes off to Hoppy's ACARS, Hoppy's ACARS asks Vatsim for the weather, and it's just come back, hit the new messages, it shows up in here, or you can look at the big one down there. Multiple pages if you need it. And once you're done, click the cancel button, it'll disappear from those screens, and if you need to get it back, hit the review button and click on flight info uplinks, and there we are. Open it up again. You'll be able to do the same with all the ATC uplinks if you were to do that. Or exit the ones that you don't want. Let's see, speed request, Mach decimal 84. We're not actually connected to anyone, so I'll send it and see what happens. It'll say it's sent, but it went nowhere. Exit. We also have a weather radar, but it's that silly Microsoft Flight Sim weather radar, which shows any precipitation between the ground and space as a two-dimensional flat top-down. So you can see a couple of little green dots over there. That means it's raining probably down well below us. But better than nothing, I suppose. One of these days, Active Sky will come out and bring an actual weather radar to hopefully Flight Sim 2024. One hopes. As usual, everything up there is pretty much as it should be. Yeah, I like it. Get these little bugs sorted out, give us some better sounds for takeoff, and well, I'll be happy. At the moment, yeah, I think someone was giving it an 8 out of 10. I'm going to be hilarious and give it a 7.77 out of 10. 7.7 out of 10, yeah. Ah, it is a 3D cone. Alright, I didn't know that. I've seen weather radars which are top-down in Microsoft Flight Sim, but I suspect they were ages ago, and I'm talking about like 2001, 2021. Some of those GA radars were a little bit... That said, they did work a little bit like NextRad radar, which I guess would have worked for a... if you're pretending it is a G1000 or something like that with NextRad, which isn't a radar. The radar is not on the aircraft in NextRad. The radar is a general feed from, you know, local weather authorities. It's not even live, it's like delayed. So I've seen the next red one, which was obviously top down because that's how that works in the real world. And I did also notice that a lot of developers just aren't putting any weather radar in their sims, including PMDG's 737 and Phoenix. Phoenix A320 doesn't have a radar. This thing does, and I'm seeing a couple little blips on the radar too. Along with some cloud. You know, I'm glad I got to use the ACARS for the very short amount of time that Shanghai was online. Wish he had been online a little longer. Ah, Darwin's gone. We should have flown last night. If you have been on the sim last night about 8 PM, so an hour from now, not only did we have Dubai online, but we also had Doha, Tehran, Ankara, and Istanbul, including Istanbul Airport. So we could have flown from Dubai to Istanbul, point to point, without any gap in ATC at all. That was intense. That was last night. Unfortunately, I had 2 different rehearsals last night. I had an orchestra rehearsal from 6:30 in the afternoon till I left at 7:30, and then I had a band rehearsal at 8 until about 9:30. So that knocked that out of the park. Yeah, that's true. It's nice to see something on there. It'd be really nice if the something there directly reflected what you were flying through. So you could do what I do with the P3D version with Active Sky. It's like, I can see a something or other up ahead. Let's request a diversion right of track, and then you fly right of track, and as you're diverting to the right of track, you see this massive hunk of thunderstorms sitting out your window. As you're looking over to the left, it's like, yeah, we went around that. Awesome. That sounds brilliant. I didn't see them online last night. It must have been while I was at my 2 different rehearsals. And tomorrow night I'm going to Swordcraft, and I'm one of the creatures. I'll be essentially Hagrid in armor. Let's put it that way. Technically I'm a dwarf, but, you know, 6 foot tall dwarf. I'd say more of... I'm going to look a little bit like Armoured Hagrid. Mostly brown, black colours. Cuirass, made out of metal. Big hat without the feather on it. Big arm pauldrons sticking out to about there. And I've got a sword and a hammer. And a big black shield. With a trumpet drawn on it. Indeed. So hopefully I get some photos of that. Getting photos will be relying on other people to take photos, but you know, we'll see how we go. I can fly one of these things with the side stick. It works fine. It is a little bit weird, but you know, it functions. Indeed, evil Hagrid. I'm not sure if I'm evil or not, but we are fighting against elves, so maybe. Battle Hagrid. I've even got myself a fake beard. Actually, I'm going to throw this away and maybe get that on, because it looks hilarious, and I have it right here. So, let's do it. Let's get the Hagrid beard going. Comes in 2 sections, and I just need to make sure I have both of them. Have to put the beard bit on first, and then the hair bit on second. I'm going to take my headset off. And there we go. Turned into the hobo pilot. Or the Hagrid pilot. Kind of a bit of both. Hobo Hagrid. So yeah, I'll be wearing this on my head with my Salat helmet on as well. Actually, I might as well get that. Why not? Literally can't put the headset on, but there we go. Salat helm, massive beard, evil Hagrid dwarf. Here we go. So I'll be wearing this, including full armor, tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. It'll be hilarious. Yeah, I was actually considering growing out my actual beard for this event, but then I had those orchestral engagements at the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra and Preston Orchestra. And although it worked in the pit orchestra, because I didn't need to have any particular appearance, I think showing up in a tuxedo at the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra with a beard this long, not going to happen. So, unfortunately, we had to go with the fake beard, but you know. It would be hilarious to wear something this big as a matter of course. Unfortunately, yeah, sometimes I need to be presentable on a stage. Playing some classical music. I mean, if I was a conductor and showed up like this, that could, you know, It'd be up there. It'd be out there. I'd certainly consider doing that if I was like some massive Baroque and Renaissance famous conductor or something like that. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, as trumpeter, I need to be a little bit more conservative, unfortunately, in my dress code. Anyway, gonna take the big helmet off. And we're back in normal clothes. I'm sure it'll work fine. It's got 2 throttles on this aircraft, so your TCA 2 throttle will be working the same as it does. The side stick will be a little bit odd, but it'll work fine. I've got a side stick too, remember? Not a TCA one, but an old Saitek Cyborg EVO, which I use in my left hand. And apart from the fact that there's not as much, you know, movement throw as you do on a yoke, it works fine. Remember, the 777 is a fly-by-wire aircraft anyway. It's a fly-by-wire aircraft with trim, so you need to find out some way to make the trim work for you. I don't know, you could assign a button for trim. But yeah. Yeah, I miss the old version Australia triples. They were good aircraft. True, Paul. The MD-11 is what, $7-ish cheaper than this airplane. Happy Thursday to you also. Just open up some Discords. There we go. What you missed out on was, for a moment, a very short moment, we had air traffic control uplinked to Shanghai. And then he logged off. Also received the ATIS via the ACARS over there. Currently have information Golf. I don't know any key. We do, but it's not very active. It's horrendously inactive. It was very active during the 2020 and 2021 lockdowns when I wasn't allowed to leave home essentially. And I was working at home and I'd be on the Discord flapping around and hanging out with all the Vatpack kids. But yeah, since about 2023 when I joined 3 orchestras, 2 brass bands and started having to work in the office again, that became a bit of a desert. I'll give you a link anyway. There ye go. We've got an FMS message, probably telling us to descend soon. So we'll start doing that. Top of descent in about 10 miles. We'll come down to, I'll have to figure out some kind of bizarre altitude that makes any sense. About the bottom of the flight levels. Flight level 118, which is 3,600 meters on standard. Descend 3,600 meters on standard. Those were indeed the days, but you know, playing in an orchestra again is also the days. So, that said, the lockdowns kind of encouraged me to do more stuff, including LARPing and going out and actually joining orchestras that I was too scared to join before, and practicing properly, because we'll press that clear button. Crackety, 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 crackety. What's the issue with the transponder? Is it that we're stuck on 1, 2, 3, 4? Because I noticed the controller gave us frequency 1, 2, 3, 4, which I found to be weird. We've got a lot of stuff on the weather radar. We've got a lot of clouds right here. What's this temperature? -1. Anyway, seatbelt signs are on. Another weird thing that I find a little strange is that the PMDG 777 in Microsoft Flight Sim doesn't do the camera, and yet the high performance H145 helicopter does. Crashing the sim on anything except Tara. Alright, so I'm not going to touch that. That said, I did bring this aircraft out of cold and dark, so at some point it was on standby, and I did move it all the way over to Tara in one big hit. I did notice that the sim kind of froze a little bit when I did that, but it's fine. There's no need to change the mode anyway. It should do it by itself when you get down to 1,000 feet. I guess there is a reason to do the mode if you're in an emergency descent. In that case you go to, was it TA only down? Yeah. But in normal operations you just leave it on Tara. Yeah, the weather radar is indeed looking interesting, and I'm glad we ended up with some actual weather. So little green dots out in the distance. Dubai's getting better. We have Kenya. Shanghai Towers disappeared on us. We have Novosibirsk up in Russia. So I've got a few centers on, but they're all like spaced out ridiculously wide parts of the world that have nothing to do with each other. We have Adelaide, we have Sydney and Canberra. Looks like somebody's decided to make an event, Canberra to Sydney. Oh, it's a compass event. Okay, cool. What are they flying? Is it all triples? Ah, that's a 7.3. That's a 7. It's a 320. 7.3. 320. 7.3. It's barely a 777 among them. What? Adelaide to Melbourne, hey? Yeah, I hope ATC stays on as well. It's been a bit flaky today. Been very flaky indeed. Although Australia's just coming online now, so I reckon they'll be on for another at least 2 hours, if not 3. I'm hoping Dubai stays on. I'm hoping Doha shows up too, because that'd be nice. Dubai to Doha. I'd do that as a third flight. What's another one I'd do? Venice is on. So is Milan. UK is on, but mostly just Heathrow. Heathrow to Amsterdam, if Amsterdam would show up, that'd be nice. Want a bit of drag, do you? There you go, have some drag. Yeah, very slippy aircraft on final, that it sounds correct. That's the old 777 we know and love. I need to intercept the glide slope at about 160 knots, 160. Fastest you can be is about 180, and at that point you'll need the gear to slow down. Like at the moment that you start the descent. 160 is comfortable, 180 is gear down with the glide slope. I'm seeing some magenta on that weather radar, which means I'm getting returns of turbulence. Getting dark under these clouds here. Yeah, there'll be 900 meters for the intercept. Set. I like the 300, but I like the 777 more. Let's put it that way. 300 is very different to anything else you've ever flown. So, a bit of a learning curve there. What is the 1009er? Quadrant set. Let's get some lights on and sit the crew. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. Just going to pull back on some of these screens because they're quite bright. Oh, that's right. Funny. In a particular mode, all the screens are controlled by this one knob, which is actually quite annoying, actually. That's a master bright. There's a little push button in the middle of that knob, which will change so you can adjust each screen individually, but in its current mode it's all screens, all at the same time. Also, we are frozen again. Or are we? No, that's my that's my mouse running out of power again. Should remember that. Cool. Cabin is ready. Indeed, having a proper radar that works properly would be very nice. If and when that ever happens. There's our fuel plan. We used 14 metric tons, 14,000 kilograms. For the flight, we brought 26 tons with us. Let's run a checklist. Okay, recall not required. Notes are checked. Auto brake is 2 for landing. Landing reference will be 136 with flaps 30. Approach briefing completed. And altimeters are set. Go ahead and clear that so I can turn that one up a bit and that one down a bit. Ah, that way around. Cool. Speed brake, armed. Have I ever flown a 777? I'm not that kind of pilot. That said, I've never even flown as a passenger in a 777. Sad face. I once actually booked a flight with Air New Zealand specifically to fly in the 777, and then they equipment changed it on me to a 787. That was the most anticlimactic upgrade I've ever had. Never been more disappointed to have a better aircraft ever. And I spent more money on that as well. Like I literally spent more to get the 777 flight, and then I was bounced off it and thrown on a 787. It's like, oh, I could have gotten the 787 for cheap. Could have flown a 787 on Jetstar. So yeah, that happened. So no, I've never flown a 777 IRL. .787 dime a dozen. Flown them from Melbourne to Sydney and Sydney to Melbourne, Sydney to Melbourne, Sydney to Melbourne. The first time I flown a 787 was Melbourne to Cairns. And I've also flown one from Auckland to Melbourne. Flown a 747 a couple of times. The very first aircraft that I ever flew on was a 747-200. Barely old enough to remember it. The only reason I know it was a 747-200 is because the parents purchased a little toy aeroplane from the flight. And I knew it was a 747 of some description because it had a stairwell inside the plane. That's the one thing I remember. And the toilets. I kept going to the toilets because it was hilarious to watch the blue waters flush down the thing. The mind of a, 3-year-old. So I was 3 years old when I first flew in a 747-200. We're surfing these clouds, aren't we? Look at that. Indeed. I've been kicking around on YouTube at least that long. I think the first YouTube video I ever uploaded was 2008. In the old PMDG 747 for Flight Simulator 98. Yeah, New Zealand has a good livery. They have a very tiered service though. So if you buy the cheap tickets, you get treated like trash. You get the last choice of meals. You have to purchase entertainment options. They won't give you anything for free. Whereas on Jetstar, you purchase the cheapest possible ticket and you get treated exactly the same as everyone else, which I like. Very leveling. The only thing that's different is where you physically are in the aircraft. Apart from that, you're the same. Front seat paid more, back seat paid less, don't care. Thanks, Mahir. Into Shanghai we go, and I should be on Unicom because we're in China. Traffic Shanghai, Cathay 360 is a Boeing 777. We'll be entering a right downwind runway 17 right. Someone very far away produced some static. Brilliant. And we'll go flaps. Flaps 1. Speed check flap 1. Landing lights are in. Cabin crew be seated for a landing. Indeed, last station, carrier wave only. Flaps 5, speed check flap 5.
China 11 minus declare distance via Bravo till equal Alpha arrival and runway is 16 left.
I'm not on Volanta. I should get on it someday. One of these days. I do believe Volanta has a very nice feature that can see Vatsim controllers now. And you can like filter by various aircraft types and stuff. So it might be worth having a look at. That's it, the good old freeware that is always useful too. Oh, Italy's on. Greece is on. Turkey's on. I might consider some Rome to Istanbul maybe. Let's see. Not in this stream though. Maybe another one. Let's go into approach mode. Flaps 15, speed check flap 15. 55 departures from Dubai, but nowhere to go. Except Unicom. If these dudes showed up in Qatar, I'd certainly be there. I'd literally like go there immediately after landing here. But they're not there, so we will consider our next move with care. And I need to throw some armor into my boot. Flaps 20, speed check flap 20. Shanghai traffic, Cathay 360 is established runway 17 right. Estimated landing time 55.
Cathay 360, may I have a PIRAP about the turbulence?
360 had a little bit of turbulence coming between, I'd say 3,000 meters to 900, but currently fine at 900.
Thank you.
Let it get down. Flaps 30. Speed check, flap 30. Landing checklist, all green. And speed of VREF +5. Which gives us 141. Knot crosswind from the right. My aircraft. Agreed, we'll need some better sounds, and I hope PMDG do it themselves. Really? Because the sound pack that they have in P3D is far and away better than this. But given that was from about 2014 or so, makes very little sense. Why is the 2014 sound pack better than 2024? And you can really hear it now in this kind of mid-range of the engine. It just doesn't sound right at all. It's too loud. The engine, the whine of the engine in the core is too loud. There's not enough huff around it, not enough buzz in the buzz. We are well forward of the wing, we should have nothing but fan noise, and yeah, we don't.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
Tonight, will not take this heavy fire at runway west 6 left.
30, 20, 10.
Reverses are in. $80, main your brakes. Yeah, sounds exactly like a hairdryer or a vacuum cleaner or something like that. The windscreen wipers are a bit loud too. Sounds like they're wiping on dry windscreen instead of a wet one. Traffic Shanghai, Cathay 360 vacated all runways, looking to cross runway 17 left. Yeah, the pitch, the amount of whine instead of fan noise, yeah, it's just, someone got that wrong. And all they need to do was listen to what they did in P3D and do that. I'm sick of listening to these windscreen wipers. Just gonna put one on intermittent. Not like they're doing anything anyway. Big lights off, strobes off, APU on. Guess I'm going that way. Where am I? Come on. Give me the chart that I asked for. There we are. Apparently straight ahead. I don't have scenery for it, so it's invisible. Yes, Greg, it looks like they still haven't made windscreen wipers at work. They make a lot of noise, but that's it. Looks like I need a scenery pack for Shanghai. I wonder if there's a freeware one available. Hope so. Don't come here very often. Kind of glad it was raining here though. Good experience. Getting the weather radar, confirming that the windscreen wipers don't do anything. You know, the usual. Exactly. Train Sim World, even that old game from Aerosoft, was it World of Subways? I can barely even run that World of Subways, it keeps crashing. I think it's because it doesn't like Windows 10. It was made in like Windows XP or 7 or something. Even that, which was like from more than 10 years ago now, 15 years old sim, clears the windscreen. What?
Houston 119, 6 o'clock, open to runway 16 right.
I'm going to detune the Unicom because I don't want to listen to anybody's bad microphone anymore. Because that was a horrific microphone. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. Oh, that is a building apparently. It's tiny and flat and I could barely see it. Windscreen wiper is off. Parking brake is on. And let's shut it down. Transponder is off. Okay, parking brake, flaps, weather radar. Hydraulics and fuel. Shutdown checklist is complete. And the Adderall. Let's see what GSX has to offer.
Boarding requested.
Yes, the Phoenix wipers do work. You are correct. Phoenix A320 has working windscreen wipers that wipe away the water. PMD triple, not so much. That said, PMD triple's not the only aircraft that doesn't have working windscreen wipers. I do believe the ATR 72 doesn't have them. And the freeware 787s. which you'd expect because they're freeware. And of course the other PMDG product doesn't have working windscreen wipers. Alright, ground. I would like set chocks and request the ground power, thanks. Okay, up here, grab that. Secure, checklist complete. That's everything. And checklist all reset. Now normally you'd send the post-flight report here, wouldn't you? I don't think you do it through here though. You normally do it from down here in the thing that doesn't exist, in the D-Link. Oh well. Another thing that needs to be added. Oh yeah, Captain Scam's 777 is dead in the water now. I might as well just withdraw it from the website, not even bother to have it. And find out what next product is in development. Maybe they can release a 757. Maybe they already have, I don't know. Well, the next big thing's coming, 757. Wouldn't even expect them to bother trying with a 787 since, you know, the default one is probably better than anything they can make already. Anyway, yeah, Boeing 777 by PMDG, I'll give it at least a 7 out of 10. Which makes sense since it is a 777. Once we get some of these bugs patched, might make it a bit better. But for the moment, it is worthy of flying on Vatsim. It is quite a jet. I intend to be flying this thing on F&O, which this weekend will be Denver, Colorado, and I'm hoping we get some support from Houston and Fort Worth centers, because that would be very nice. And we can fly the United Airlines livery and make sure we don't press that clear button 8 times like we did coming out of Lex. We're on the ground power, APU's coming off. Yeah, so the aircraft works pretty well. 3 bugs that I know of, one of which is sound. Yeah. One of which is brakes, but it's not a problem for me obviously because I've got pedals. And let's open the window and let the wonderful rain in. Such a nice rainy day out there today. Let's get our doors open. menu, doors, disarm, ding ding. Do we have more than 2? Yeah, we've got the back one as well. Only 2 cargoes, I'm assuming. Yes. Goodo. Well, there we have it. The first 777 flight that I've done in this sim. On Vatsim, we had ATC for about 8 minutes. Long enough to connect to them on ACARS, but that's it. Still staring at this Dubai and its non-participating surroundings. Kenya, much the same. Rome. If we flew out of Rome and went directly south and then across to Greece, that might be an option. Istanbul hasn't shown up yet. I do have the scenery for Istanbul. I don't have the underlay for it, so you land on a wonderfully detailed aircraft that is apparently in a forest. But anyway, that might be an option for later tonight. We'll think about it. Until then though, unless I see Doha show up, I think we'll call it a night. I'll keep an eye out there. Anyway, until the next stream, which is probably going to be on Friday Night Ops, F&O. I'll see you guys then. Let's see, how many hours away is that? 24 hours to the next one, plus 12. 36 hours or so. Hope you guys can hang out there. I'm thinking of doing another flight, but it won't be in this stream. It'll be in a different stream. I just realised I opened door 3 when I meant to open door 4. No, actually I have to do... There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing one. Yeah, stick around, see if there's another thing that shows up. It might just be the same, I call it thumbnail. But I'm thinking of Rome to Istanbul, maybe Turkish Airlines. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the very first flight that I've had in the triple. On to bigger and better things. Ciao for now.